Indy award-winning Cameron Ridle with Sunday at ABC7 News Sports Extra.
Discover ABC7 News.
Flu here, flu there. 3 new cases of swine flu have been found in Indiana. Then, harsh words at the Statehouse.
Peter Bauer said to me yesterday morning, we come from different worlds. I come from the real world.
And unexpected landing. A flight bound for Chicago makes a stop at the Circle City. Now in high definition. This is ABC7 News at 6.
Out in the middle of a field and someone sneezes, that's one thing. If you're in a closed aircraft, or closed container, a closed car, a closed classroom, it's a different thing.
New developments today surrounding the H1N1 flu virus that is sweeping the country causes new warnings from public officials. Good evening, everyone. I'm Cameron Ridle. The newest strand of flu viruses that has gotten thousands of people sick around the world has reached Indiana. Marion County now has 15 cases of residents diagnosed with the flu, with dozens more around the state, and those new numbers have led Indiana officials to take extra precautions to reduce the spread of H1N1. The Department of Corrections is not allowing visitors to enter any of the state prisons or detention centers. The Marion County Jail is issuing information pamphlets and making hand sanitizer available for inmates and employees. And Hamilton County Southeastern schools have changed their flu procedures. They include sending a child home if they become sick at school and are requesting that the child stay home for at least 7 days if further testing is required. Also Friday, the World Health Organization announced that it will no longer refer to the virus as swine flu. That is because of the confusion over the danger being caused by pigs. That is just one of the many issues that has confused many Hoosiers. News outlets around the nation have been telling viewers how to stop the spread of the virus, but the rumor mill continues to churn. So ABC7 set out to clear up some of the biggest misconceptions about this bug.
Reassuring fears. Since the lines opened last Tuesday, Marion County health officials have answered several thousand calls.
You sound sick.
Mostly about flu symptoms.
Every question is a good question, and we're always glad to listen to what people have to say and do our best to answer.
But some of them are based on misinformation.
We've had a couple people wondering if it's safe to eat pork, and the answer to that is yes.
The pork industry fears the flu bug may take a bite out of their other white meat sales. But business is smoking at this King Ribs.
Yeah, it's been real good. I'm here, I'm cashier, so I know.
Health officials say you cannot get the flu from eating properly cooked pork. This restaurant says customers shouldn't worry, it barbecues its rib tips for at least 2 hours. At La Piedad, 20 pounds of pork simmers for 3 hours to get tender. The owner of the Broad Ripple restaurant says the flu outbreak hasn't hurt business, despite concerns about eating at Mexican restaurants.
And your answer to that question?
Yes. It's safe to eat in a Mexican restaurant.
And there's one that might surprise you involving our four-legged friends. Callers want to know if they can infect their pets with the flu bug.
The answer to that is no.
And let me reiterate that this flu virus has not been detected in U.S. pigs. It is not spread by food, but by other people, just like any other upper respiratory infection, and it is contagious. This bug may have started in Mexico, but our restaurants must follow strict safety guidelines that are established here. If you have any questions about the flu, there are 2 Indiana numbers you can call. In Marion County, you can call 317-221-3366, and the statewide number is 1-877-826-0011. Education officials also say 300 schools around the country are closed due to concerns about spreading the virus. Among those schools are two Indianapolis area schools, IPS School 60 and Washington Township Spring Mill Elementary School, which have closed for the week after one case was found at each school. Due to an announcement made by the CDC this week that says schools no longer need to close, the buildings will reopen earlier than planned. The 2 schools will both be back open Thursday for business as usual. World News with Charles Gibson will have much more on the flu outbreak at 6:30 immediately following this newscast. For more information on flu prevention, you can visit our website, theindychannel.com, and click on the Top Stories box. Harsh words are flying at the Statehouse as state leaders try to pass a budget or state government will come to a near halt. House Speaker Pat Bauer said Governor Daniels kept changing the target about what amount of spending would be acceptable. But Daniels says Democrats wanted to spend money that quite frankly isn't there.
That's the caucus of no over there, led by the nowhere man. He was nowhere. So be it.
Speaker Bauer said to me yesterday morning, we come from different worlds. And I thought to myself, that's true. I come from the real world.
The governor has not yet set a date for the special session, but we will have much more coming up at 7. Along with the budget, the hotly contested bill to bail out the Capital Improvement Board also did not pass. The CIB, which oversees Lucas Oil Stadium, Conseco Fieldhouse, and the Convention Center, has called an emergency meeting for tomorrow morning to address the $47 billion shortfall. A bill that would require doctors who perform abortions to have hospital privileges also failed. Lawmakers did though pass a bill to fix the state's bankrupt unemployment insurance fund, and drivers under 18 will be banned from using cell phones while behind the wheel. They will also have to wait longer to receive their driver's license. And it soon will be a criminal offense if a bus driver fails to visually inspect the bus after each route with passengers. Daniels did sign that bill into law today. The others are awaiting his approval. Still ahead, a bus driver will be sentenced after going on a wild ride intoxicated during his afternoon routes. Then a plane makes an emergency landing at Indianapolis International Airport. Plus, we have the latest timeline on when this rain moving over central Indiana will be in the past. And we'll have the list of some of the celebrities expected to ride in this year's Indy 500 parade.
Closed captioning now on ABC7. A big change is coming to ABC7. We're moving ahead in high definition with super sharp picture and crystal clear sound. See the high-def difference morning, noon, and night. Not only will ABC7 News and other WCSR programs be broadcast in HD, but also in digital widescreen. The change is gonna be big. Really big. Hi, Indiana. Here's tonight's lineup for what's coming on ABC7. The only place to see the Indianapolis 500 is on ABC7.
Now for the official National Weather Service forecast for the Indianapolis area. Today, cloudy with scattered thunderstorms. Highs in the upper 60s. Southeast winds 5 to 10 miles an hour. Chance of thunderstorms 40%. Tonight, mostly cloudy. Isolated thunderstorms until midnight, then scattered thunderstorms after midnight. Lows in the mid-50s. Southeast winds 5 to 10 miles an hour.
A Franklin Township school bus driver accused of driving his bus drunk with students on board has pleaded guilty. Philip Leslie entered that plea in a Marion County courtroom, and as a result of that, he will spend 635 days in jail and will also have his license revoked for 1 year. Leslie was arrested after several students told their parents about his wild driving behavior. He will be sentenced next month. An unexpected flight made a landing this morning at Indianapolis International. The United Express regional flight flying from Raleigh, North Carolina to Chicago's O'Hare Airport had to divert here due to a possible mechanical problem. The jet had 51 passengers on board. It landed safely and taxied to the terminal. The airport says the problem was fixed and the plane departed. Coming up on ABC7 News at 7, an online scam claims to be selling pills to cure the uncurable H1N1 virus. See who is trying to steal your money at 7. Finally tonight, a few of the expected famous guests to ride in the 92nd annual Indy 500 parade have been named. Some of the faces are extra TV anchor Mario Lopez, from NBC, Melora Hardin, who plays Snooty Jan on The Office. The winner of Miss America 2009, Indiana's own Katie Stam. Also on the list, recently booted from Dancing with the Stars, rap artists Lil' Kim and Derek Huff. This year's Grand Marshal will be, yeah baby, Dick Vitale. That was a bad impression, but thank you anyway. That'll do it for me tonight at 6. I'm Cameron Ridle. World News with Charles Gibson is coming up next, and we will see you back here for the news at 7. Good night.